Hi, my name is Dylan. So you might recognize me from the personality versus appearance video. I guess you guys wanted me back, so here I am. Happy to be here.
My name is Grossman. I am a professional matchmaker. 3 out of my 4 closest friends are all dating men that I set them up with. I worked for 2 different matchmaking companies. The first client that I ever met with that I was assigned actually also got married to her match. And that to me was like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Like, this is something that, like, this is the job I'm meant to have. Hi. Hi, Dylan.
Hi, Simone.
I would love to hear a little bit about your background, about your family.
Yes, so I have 2 sisters, one older, one younger. So I am the dreaded middle child, but it's not that bad, you know. Talking to girls is not as bad as maybe someone who doesn't have 2 sisters. Because of that, I have a lot of like female friends as well.
Are there little like things that endear you to a person? Like it could be behaviors or like a personality trait, like things that you find charming that just draw you to someone?
I feel like it's the way they carry themselves when they walk into a room. That's the first thing I'm looking for. It's like, oh, do you have a good smile? Do you have a good energy? I'm gonna turn my head and like, okay, who's this person, you know?
Yeah, so we need people who have strong sense of direction, outgoing, confident in their own skin. If we were to like distill some of the most important things that you're looking for in a partner into like 3 things, what would those 3 things be?
Definitely goal-driven.
Okay.
You have a sense of humor, and having that banter back and forth is, I feel like it's just a need, you know? I feel like I just want to be able to like say something and then you say something back and we're just joking around, having fun.
Some wit.
Some wit.
I love it.
There's a certain type of girl that I just do not really vibe with.
Okay.
More like alternative dressing type of girls.
Okay.
I can't really put a finger on it. It's just more of a feeling that I have, and it's just like an energy type of thing.
Totally.
I found out through dates that those are just not my type of girls. But you know what, more power to them.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they can express themselves that way.
And do you see yourself getting married and having a family? Is that important?
Yes, that's something I'm looking forward to. Finding my one true love and like having kids and attending their baseball games and their soccer games and all that. I want to be a dad. Like I feel like I'd be a great dad.
Awesome, that's really sweet.
I have one question.
For me?
You. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if I'm just vibing with someone who's just completely not what I told you at all.
Yeah.
Like how would you approach that?
9 times out of 10, the person that you end up with it doesn't come in the like shape and box that you thought. So I would really champion that for you, unless there was something like a glaring deal breaker. Like if she didn't want kids or something, I'd be like, okay, you might have chemistry, but you're not compatible. Okay. But if she's maybe a little alternative and you actually find that charming, I'd be like, that's really cool, Dylan. You're like expanding your horizons and learning more about yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
You guys all look so wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm Dylan. It's so great to meet you guys. Ready to rumble. So let's do this thing. I do have one question just to kind of get the ball rolling. If you had to describe your dating life in like a movie title, what would you say? Because I have mine.
Crazy stupid love, because love is crazy and stupid. Yeah.
What you got?
A series of unfortunate traumatic events.
Mine is 50 first dates, okay? It's been a lot.
My movie title would be Lonely. Oh God, how long will this last?
I don't think I've seen that one.
That's a good one.
Okay, I want to jump in with a question. I'm curious, what is the best like compliment that you've ever received?
That I'm stable.
Okay.
Well, like I got my life together now, and like I have a good job. I'm nice, and they're like, you got it complete.
That's awesome.
I love that.
A couple years ago, one of my really good friends, she told me that like, even though I'm not the type of person who says a lot, I'm like very intentional with my words, and she really appreciated that.
That's a really good one.
That's a great compliment.
My favorite one recently has been I love your energy, and that says a lot to me because I just want to have everyone comfortable in my presence.
I was walking and some guy was like, oh my God, you're so powerful. And I was like, oh, thanks.
That's awesome.
I think that's the best one.
What is everyone's deal breakers?
I have a big family. Like I love seeing my family when I see them. So like it's kind of just like we're different people if you don't connect with your family.
Your relationship with my little sister. My little sister, she's like my best friend.
And I really want the person I'm with to just like be her best friend too. And if you're like not best friends with her, there's something wrong with you.
How old's your sister?
She's turning 19.
I have a younger sister who's 19. As well.
Really?
Yeah, 2 sisters.
Controlling.
Okay.
So like saying you can't have friends of the opposite sex, or like you can't go out without him.
Dylan has a lot of friends that are girls, so that's not a red flag for him.
I think that's a green flag.
Yeah, it's a green flag.
Openness to change, because you could be anywhere on the map, but then if you decide like I am in this place and I want to be somewhere else, then you can pretty much anything that's negative about you can make better. So as long as they have that, I think that it's like only up.
I agree with that one heavy, because like as just me personally, I feel like I've gone through a lot of transitionary periods where I've definitely like changed as a person. So I feel like I would want the person to be open to growing and like changing and self-reflecting. So I feel like that's a great one.
And then also, and it's okay if you don't know because you're young, but like, do you see yourself getting married and having a family? Is that something that's like far off for you, or were you born and were like, I always knew I wanted to be a mom? I'm curious if we want to go in order.
Yeah, I'm scared of birth.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous of you guys.
Like I love the relationship that like I have with my mom, and I would love to be like the mom that has a relationship with her kids.
Follow-up question: son or daughter son, or like what's the?
Okay, I obviously like love both of them, but I've always just wanted to have like a little baby girl.
Do you see yourself being a girl dad?
Everyone says I'm a girl dad.
Yeah.
Everyone says I'm a girl dad. I'm like, okay, I can see it. Like I definitely want a daughter too. I definitely want both.
I didn't have like the best family life growing up, so I definitely want to like break that cycle, have my happy little family, and I could be the mom that I always wanted to have and didn't get to have. But I love my grandma. She stepped up. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Grandma.
My dream is to be a mom. I literally work with kids and like, oh my God, I just love kids. I would have like 10 if I could, but honestly,
That's a lot of kids.
exactly my point. I really know I'm not gonna do that because I already have like kids at work, so 2's enough.
Actually, ideally, I don't think I'd have kids. I want to get married. I've imagined myself being a mom, and I think I'd be a good one. I think my only requirement if I have children is at least 2, just because I would want my kid to have siblings.
Okay. Is there like a reason why you're not leaning towards kids, or?
Like shaping somebody seems like a really big responsibility, and maybe because I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, that would be so overwhelming that maybe I can't fathom it.
Right.
Also, global warming. Yeah. Like climate change is getting bad, and I don't want my grandkids.
Seems happening in New York.
Yeah, the flooding. Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm kind of just like, in this economy, maybe not the best idea, but I think eventually down the line, once I'm more financially set, I would want to have kids.
Yeah, I think it's definitely very important that you don't bring another person into this world unless you're ready and capable to. So definitely being financially stable is probably a good idea.
First of all, you guys are all amazing and so beautiful, and I've had so much fun learning about what you're looking for. And this is obviously very much based on who I think is compatible rather than like anything else. So I just want to make that clear. I'll start with London. I think that you have a really outgoing energy. You're very witty. That was something that was really important to Dylan. You seem super driven and really active. So I think there's a lot of really like great overlap. Melissa, I also felt that like you have just a very like easygoing, like peaceful energy, but also like very outgoing and like unself-conscious, which is like really lovely. And I loved your answers. So I think that there's some compatibility there. Cassidy, I felt that you are like very driven. I was a little unsure about the kids thing because that's like maybe a potential conflict, but I also think with like when it comes to love and dating, like not everything is gonna align perfectly in terms of box checking. Naz, I felt you guys have medicine in common, which is like really cool. Also, I loved that you were like very candid about being like discovering like a more boundaried approach to dating, and that's something that Dylan has expressed to me is like a similar pattern. One more. Okay. Sorry, Jasmine. You also have like a very grounded self-confidence, and I liked that you were like really open about the things that you aren't set on yet, that you like do everything 100%, because that also feels very kind of like congruent with where Dylan is at in his life. So those were the people that I think there's like little seedlings of compatibility.
I feel like you nailed it. I don't know. Ryan and Hera, she got it. Hello. Should I hug people?
Okay.
We'll hug people.
Hi.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good.
You feel nervous?
A little bit, but then I was like, you know,
Coming
whatever
into
happens,
it.
happens. Just have fun.
Is that the type of energy like you'd be carrying into like a relationship or like? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm very much like allow emotions or feelings kind of flow and go wherever they go.
What type of date is your vibe?
For first dates, I think it's good to have a lot of talking. So I'll do like drinks and dinner. I think that, you know, having a little mimosa or something can kind of help loosen you up and let the conversation flow. I love doing activities and like watching movies, but I feel like that's best for like a 4th or 5th date because you want to spend like the first couple times really getting to know someone and seeing if you're compatible. How about you?
First date wise, I'm definitely more of an activity type of guy. I feel like for me, it takes off some of that pressure that you have when you're first meeting someone. Let's take some of that tension off by diverting our attention to something that we can talk in between and kind of like bounce off each other. What's your ideal second date?
Well, I can't sit down face to face. As we're doing that, but I don't like sitting down and having dinner. I like to like be walking or doing something and being outside. I think the main thing is just being able to talk. But I would ideally like second date is like, you know, you get into some of the deeper, not super deep, but like you get to know each other on more of a deeper level.
All right, I like that, yeah. I feel like we've had the most similar career plans. So I just want to ask you, like, what made you get into medicine and like nursing?
I've always known I wanted to help people. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to do med school. I just feel like it's too long term for me. I want to kind of get there.
Right.
So kudos to you for that, by the way.
I'm struggling.
It's a long journey, but it is worth it. I will say that. But when I was in nursing school, I did a pediatric rotation on an oncology floor. And then I fell in love with this like little 2-year-old that I had. And I was like, I kind of love this. Like, I love kids. So I was like, this is perfect.
I love kids as well. I don't know if that was apparent when I was talking about them earlier, but
That's awesome.
I feel like they just gravitate towards me and we just run around and have fun, you know? It's definitely inspiring to see the physician that I work with and how he handles things. And it's kind of reinforced my like wanting to do medicine. So that's awesome. I'm super happy that I picked the right thing and not the wrong thing. So music. Do you sing?
Yes.
Guitar, piano?
I used to play electric guitar when I was really little. I had like a black and white Hello Kitty guitar.
Guitar Hero?
Amazing.
Okay, I've never played that.
No.
Yeah, I know. Do you have any passions or anything?
I like to cook.
Me too. I love to cook.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, I love Japanese sweet potato and with like a really good fish and then some vegetables.
What's your favorite vegetable? There is a wrong answer.
I feel like I'm gonna give the wrong answer.
As long as you don't say it, we're fine. We're good.
I would say, honestly, maybe like a eggplant.
Eggplant, that's it. No, that's fine, that's fine. I thought you were gonna say like broccoli.
Okay.
That's the wrong answer?
That's the wrong answer.
No, not broccoli.
You said you've been snowboarding for about like 4 seasons,
This
right?
is my first.
Okay, cool. Planning any trips soon?
Yeah. I normally either go up alone or like I'll meet some
Solo skier.
Dude, it's fun because you can be like in your head.
I want to do it so bad.
You haven't?
But I feel like if I die.
Okay, but you're on a mountain with like people.
But what if I'm on like a back road or a back country?
But then you can save those for like the group sessions.
I guess.
You
you're
know.
right. I guess.
Are you familiar with love languages?
Familiar, yeah.
Okay, I'm curious, like when you do really like someone, what are ways that you express affection?
Oh gosh. I do like physical touch, but I'm not a PDA person. I'll hold your hand in public, but if you're like on me, I'm gonna be like, please don't touch me.
How do you feel about PDA?
Don't like it.
Cool. Yeah. Right?
I feel like there's a time and a place, and that is neither the time or the place. Okay?
I get uncomfortable even watching it, so I'm like, why would I want to make someone uncomfortable?
Yeah, especially if you've been to like Disneyland, it's just like.
They're like,
it's like, bro, like we're in line. This is a family place, okay?
There's Mickey right there, bro. Like, chill.
Do you have a type? Have you picked up on like recurring patterns?
I don't. I want their head to be like physically bigger than mine because. No, okay,
I don't think I've ever heard that.
No, but if you look at like couples that look good and it's like, oh yeah, they work, the guy's head is always bigger than the girl's because it's weird to like have like a head like this.
Is my head bigger than hers?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's bigger. That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Thank you, Cassidy.
So nice.
So nice to meet you. Thanks. I love the big head thing.
What?
This is fun. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. I feel like I've made some great connections there.
I think it's between two people for me, and I can't tell. I can't tell because very different energies.
Yes.
It's between two people, don't you think?
It is between two people. How does she know me?
Yeah, I think so. It's like a gut feeling as much as it is like analytical. So there's always room for error, which is the beauty of matchmaking to begin with when it's a human and not a dating app. So I'll start with Melissa. I didn't feel that you guys kind of were pulling a similar thread. The conversation didn't quite become like easeful, and I perceive maybe you guys have slightly different senses of humor. You are our first to be set free.
Hi.
Cassidy, similar thing about sense of humor and just like banter is that maybe you guys would have I think all of you guys would have a great first date. It's more I'm vetting in terms of like avatars in my head of longevity. Yeah. And I didn't quite feel that energy between you guys.
No, get it. Watch this.
Next, I would say Naz. You guys have so much in common. I was wondering if there would be a little bit more, like the conversation would take off. I think the kind of like push-pull or like banter thing was maybe not as present as I felt with other matches, so.
No worries. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
And then down to our final two. Jasmine, you are just so impressive. You have so much clarity in your life. I think that you guys communicate maybe in different ways and have slightly different interests. And again, I think just that like playfulness, not to say that you're not both that way, but like manifests in slightly different ways.
That's what you thought.
So my final choice is London. Oh, yeah. I just felt like I barely had to step in at all through your conversation, that there was just like so much like laughter and like bits. You are slightly different than like what Dylan had told me as his like tangibles, but like it was like really fun to witness your conversation. Yeah, so that was my final choice for you.
Oh. I agree with everything she said, you know, I just think you're a super dope person as well.
Thank you. You as well.
Drum roll.
Oh my God, I'm shaking.
Why am I laughing? I picked this person because I felt like the conversation was flowing very well and just long term, I feel like it'd be a good fit. And I also liked the banter as well. So without further ado, I picked
You actually, I felt like in the first round, I like immediately was like, there's chemistry there. And then I thought that there was like some stops and starts when you met, but.
For me, it was between London and Nas.
That was wild. I mean, I felt like we had a good connection. We have like the same vibes in that like long term, like I kind of get the lifestyle you're going towards, which is really cool. Thanks for picking me.
What do I do? What do I do now?
Do we like fight to the death? I'm kidding.
Yes, I'd say like 97% accurate. She's great at what she does. I'm happy she was here with me and she made this process a lot easier.
It's like such a joy that I've found myself in this position, and I think that matchmaking is the future, and dating apps are lovely and there's nothing wrong with them, but I'm all for like the return to analog. So I'm proud to be in that space in this time.
1,000,000,000% yes, but TBD. I don't know if I should do both or if I should do one. We're getting brunch later. Brunch as a group day part 2. So maybe I'll keep analyzing.